Welcome back.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's funny because we're so quiet and then when we do intro to videos, it's like
so loud.
Screaming.
Boom.
Yeah. But anyways, today we are gonna do a juicy Q&A couples edition. I haven't done a Q&A in quite some time and he hasn't been in a video in quite some time.
What makes it juicy though?
Well, I said ask us like
juicy questions. Nice.
So I said to tag Kbaby juicy or juicy Kbaby, something like that.
Hashtag juicy Kbaby.
Juicy Kbaby. Okay, this question is by a lot of people. This is like probably one of the most commonly asked questions about us as a couple, but Brooke says, this may be too personal, but how is your sex life now compared to before you had kids or before Leia?
Sex life?
Juicy okay.
What's a sex life? Just kidding.
I would definitely say it's died down.
A lot.
A lot. I think that I have some like health issues going on. I can't give you details because I don't know the details, but I do think that that also has like a huge impact on it. But like with Levi after, I would say it slowed down, but it wasn't like bad. Like now,
no, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, after Leia, it's been a lot harder to like.
Yeah.
Not no, just make time.
That's because of health issues though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I do think this time around, and I've been going to the doctor for it. We've been trying to figure it out. So, but other than that, I would say it definitely is better.
Definitely slowed down.
Yeah. What do you think the other's favorite feature of yours is? I think yours. I feel like this is inappropriate. I know it's supposed to be juicy, but
that's physical. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Juicy booty.
But that's physical. What?
Emotionally?
Or like non-physical?
Okay, this is hard because he says I'm nice, but then I swear he's always saying that I'm being a bitch.
You can be, but I never say you're nice. I say you're caring.
I said, actually, I never said you're a nice person. Okay.
And you're nurturing.
So,
what?
Is that right?
Yeah, that was pretty right. You got it pretty right.
Yours is probably right, but more so that you're funny.
Oh, really? You think I'm funny?
He's like, I think I'm funny.
Oh. Next question. Ashley's asking, what was your favorite thing about each other when you first met and now? My favorite thing about you when I first met you was how understanding you were of my situation and how just
comforting?
Yeah, comforting and understanding. I feel like you understood me.
And now is what he just said, like that I'm nurturing. Mine probably back then would be that he was very kind and like gentle.
What does that mean?
Like you.
I'm not kind and gentle
never said
anymore.
You weren't now, but I like that you're like now. I like more so that you're funny, but like back then. I needed that in my life, I think. Somebody who cared to hear what I have to say. And don't be so juicy. And now it's that you're funny. Okay, I'm gonna do one more question by Ashley because this is a good one. She says, what is one thing you would take back that you have said or done to each other?
Said?
I feel like for me, I always like kind of make a joke like, oh, you're being a bad dad, like do this, do that. And I feel like that's hurt his feelings in the past. And I've said it a little too many times to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not a bad dad, like relax. So even though it may be a joke to me, I think it can come off like kind of mean. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
What would I take back that I said to you? That's a hard one. I've said quite a few things that I regret. I'm not gonna lie. Probably my biggest one was we had a huge fight, and I told her that she's driving me crazy, and if she doesn't stop, I'm gonna leave her. And I felt pretty bad after that.
Yeah, we try. Well, and I just don't think it's healthy in a relationship to like
say that,
say those words.
Definitely.
Like, even if you don't mean it, the way that it can hurt the other person.
Well, not only that, once you cross that line of I'm gonna leave you, there's really
no other line.
No, there's really no going back. It's like that will always haunt the relationship forever. I feel like I don't know. I'm not a therapist, and I don't have the best relationship with you sometimes.
No, Oscar and I always have things to work on, and sometimes more so than others. Like we go through hard times. Next question is by Vanessa. In your story time video, How We Met, you said you could make another video, but the rated R version. Would you consider doing it?
I would, but I just feel like a lot of families watch us, and we've been hearing more and more like that families get together and watch our videos, and we don't want to like drop a video on that, like while the family is there with kids and stuff.
I feel like at that point in time, we still lived in Billings. It was almost still new, like it almost still had happened. Not YouTube, but like what had happened. Now I feel like, 2 years later or 2.5 years later, I just feel like it's not even that it's inappropriate because it's rated R. It's more just like, I think I'm not proud of what we did, and I don't think that it, I don't know, I just
No, I would like to make it. I still consider it yes, but it's just that feeling of like,
yeah, it's like when you know you did something wrong, do you want to get on the internet and like announce
we didn't really do it.
We didn't do anything like wrong in the sense of like betraying people, like, you know, people that we included in that video.
It was just a rough start.
Yeah, our relationship did have a rough start. It wasn't all butterflies and
rainbows, sunshine rainbows. But yeah, I would definitely consider it though. Definitely.
Yeah, I think if we do make it, it honestly would be something that would be in the future. Like we would have to really think and how we would like say something like this, because we wouldn't want to be promoting something like that.
Exactly. It would be a well thought out video.
Yeah.
Next one is by Kbaby fan page 17. Although you said how many kids you guys want in the past, has it changed? Oh, this is a hard one because there are times where I'm like, heck yes, I do not want any more children. Like hell no.
Especially if they're both crying, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm like, the reason why I said heck yes is because like I'm like, yes, I'm reassuring myself like that is a solid decision. Yes, you are right, Oscar, do not have any more kids. But
we love our kids, but it is very hard to be a parent. Like I don't think that you really understand what hard means until you have them. Because the way that I was explained that kids are hard is not the way I think they're hard.
No.
So it's really like what you think.
It's just a patience thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I don't know, like there are times where I'm like, damn, why would I ever put myself through this again when they're both crying, they're both having a bad day, they're both not listening, they're both, they both think that they're the center of the world, and they both think that they are the only thing that exists. So they're just, I love them, but they are very selfish little creatures.
Yeah, and they don't understand that they're being selfish, but
has it changed? I don't know. Like sometimes I do, but then sometimes I'm like, oh hell no, I don't think I could do this again. Like for
I feel like we haven't made like a permanent decision necessarily, but I do feel like it's not something we're thinking about at this moment in time.
Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think 5 years from now, when they're both kids,
and we forget how hard it is at this age,
and we'll be like, oh, let's have another baby.
Babies are so cute.
No.
I think for me, honestly, I've always wanted like 5 kids, and then I wanted 4, and then I wanted 6. I've always wanted a large family, but I think I've come to the decision that I don't want any more kids, which probably is a little surprising to Oscar, because even as of yesterday, I was like, I want at least 1 more. But I think that the world is going to crap. I cannot.
Are you kidding me? Don't even say that. That is just crazy.
No, guys, it's just I'm paranoid.
I can't believe you're saying this.
No, I kind of talked about this on the vlog. I'm not sure if the vlog will be up yet, but I just feel like there's a lot going on, and the idea of having to save my children from some type of natural disaster, honestly, to me, it's enough to scare me to not want another kid.
That's life.
Well, then I can't handle life.
You gotta save your children from things that
But that's the
really
thing, I just don't have the heart for that. Like, kids are a responsibility, but to me, that's when the responsibility scares me. Because if there's like a hurricane here, for instance, I'm no longer thinking, how am I gonna run? I have to think, how am I gonna carry a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, diapers and food and run? Like, it's just, that terrifies me.
Just keeping them alive, pretty much.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
So I just feel like,
Hey, but the hardest part is keeping them alive the first 6 months, because everything
I agree, but I don't know. It's just like, it really, especially these past few days, I've been thinking about it more and more, and I don't
You're
think
parent.
I am.
That's a whole nother video.
No, yeah, I need to go to some therapy or something for that as well. But
anyways, next question.
Hey, don't be rude.
But
next question is by Costellers Perkins. Do you guys ever get into big fights? Love you.
Yes, we do. I feel like we've gotten better about it.
We have gotten a lot better. We used to fight a lot, guys, a lot. Smaller fights, but a lot of them. Now, I feel like we hold in our feelings for a while to avoid fighting, so when we fight, they're
worse. That was me, sorry, with my voice. Oh. I think you're right. I think they're worse though, and I feel bad because I feel like they're worse because of the kids, if that makes sense.
Not because of them, but there's added stress.
Yes,
like if one of them is screaming, it's like, oh my gosh.
No, now we fight about parenting too.
Yeah, that was never a thing.
Brings up a huge. That's a war. That's
well, because when kids are newborns, what do you fight about them? Like, oh, don't give them that bottle. But now that Levi actually needs a little bit more like structure and discipline, it's harder because we have polar opposite opinions on parenting.
So that's hard.
Yeah,
that is very hard.
But it's funny because I think, you know, obviously we would never fight on camera. That's just bizarre. I wouldn't do that. And I think that Oscar and I like surprisingly get into like really big fights, and it's not healthy. Like I honestly could say that I do think that we've considered going to couples therapy, not because we fight a lot, but because the fights we do have, it's very hard to like break through, I guess, because we're both very stubborn and opinionated. So we do think that we need to get better at how we fight, but I wouldn't say we excessively fight.
That's true.
That makes sense.
True, boo. True.
Okay, Carly Holden asked, what's your favorite or crazy funny encounter with a subscriber? This isn't exactly couple related, but I really liked this question.
Funny or crazy?
Or just like your favorite experience.
My favorite, what?
That's so hard because there's so many in different ways.
Times, yeah. Well, I guess I could say my favorite experience with subscribers was that CVX Live, how just personal it was, and we got to meet and like talk to everyone instead of just like, it was kind of like hi and goodbye everywhere else. I didn't like that because then I couldn't remember a face and I couldn't remember a name pretty well. You know what I mean? Like I've never been like that. I've always been able to clearly remember a face and a name. And then at Playlist, it was just like, hi, bye, hi, bye, hi, bye.
And it just feels a little ridiculous that someone pays to meet you, and then it's like,
they pay so much. At CVX Live, they only,
it was 30 bucks.
30 bucks.
But we got to hang
out with everyone. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And then at Playlist Live, it's like 300 bucks. And
it's literally like, hi, bye. Even the security guard will say, hurry up. It's like,
I know.
Excuse me, did you pay $300? Like,
it's insane. I don't believe it.
Yeah. But like, does a specific person stand out to you?
Counter crazy?
No, just think like a person. Is there a specific person that stands out to you? There's a few situations that stand out for me. I don't really think that there's like one particular, but CVX Live, the whole experience, the people we met, I follow them on Twitter. Like that's how long of an experience it was. Like I really got to know them. So that's my favorite like time. But I would have to say,
oh, I know. This may not be one of the craziest, but it sticks out to me the most because it's just like I felt like in awe that somebody like thought this highly of us. But we were at Qua's restaurant one time, and a girl came in and she just started bawling like super loud. Like the whole restaurant looked at her, and I was even like, what the?
Is this girl okay?
Yeah, is this girl okay? And and then she comes up to us and she's like, oh my goodness, I watch you guys. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And then she was just bawling and bawling and bawling. I was like, wow, somebody can get that emotional just from saying hi. Like,
it's crazy because you don't.
It's humbling.
I mean, to us, we just feel so like.
Yeah.
But it's crazy the way people can think of it, and it's awesome. Like it's super, super cool. So I think that was super cool. I'm looking at my phone rudely because I'm trying to look for a certain picture. The person, I think, one of the people, again, I can't like just do one person. Yeah, there's so
many. I want to pick the birthday girl.
The birthday girl at CVX, she was super sweet. She showered us with gifts and presents, and we felt like we did not deserve it. And it was her birthday. I'll link that vlog down below. But anyways, the other one is at VidCon. We weren't even creators at this point. Like we had a YouTube channel, but we didn't go as like official creators. I met this one girl who was super sweet. She like came up to me and she like opened up about just like things she was going through. Not like asking for attention or anything in any way like that. It was just like, you know, you've helped me get through this, and I recently found out this. Like, I feel like I'm exposing her if I like say things, so I'm not gonna get into detail, but
that's why I didn't say names either. Who knows?
Well, and then she was actually the first subscriber I ever told I was pregnant with Alea, because I felt like she like opened up to me, and I felt like I was keeping like a secret from her. I don't know. It was crazy, and I think that's something that really stuck out to me as well. But anyways, Oscar keeps farting.
Sorry, dude, that spicy, that chili ruined me.
So I can't sit here for any longer. But we love you guys. We hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye. Sorry for the lack of energy, by the way.
It's literally 11 p.m.
None of that. We're sick. We're sick people.
And just ate a bunch of hot peppers. Yeah. And then rubbed our eyes.
All right. I'm gonna go into the area.